What's up, Anton? I actually had thought that Tyler was on auto. I thought he had said he put himself on auto, but he didn't. So I'm gonna have to log off real quick and log onto his account and do it. So it's gonna be an extra sec. Oh, it says he's on auto. It doesn't. Oh, maybe I just need to refresh. Yep, sorry, that's on me. Alright, we're back on. Yeah, I had actually just been sitting on this screen for like hours since like before I went to get groceries, so it hadn't refreshed yet. I'm trying to decide if I want to switch up my playbook for this game. I kind of want to just stick it on the Texas Tech playbook and see what happens. Because right now I am 0-2 in Sims, or Sim broadcasts, and my offense has kind of sucked ass both times. I cannot decide. I don't know if there's anything to the idea that like if you switch your offense up, you know, randomly in the season, it's gonna fuck shit up. I can't really see that being a thing that would actually impact anything, but I don't know. Man, can't decide. What should I do? What should I do? Oh, well, let's check. Is that what it says? Oh, for the where did you? Alright, one sec. Where is that? Did I miss that? Did this quarterback say that he's guaranteeing victory? Oh yeah. Love it. Sorry, Tyler. Yeah. That's funny as hell. Fowler guaranteeing victory. Amazing. Let's take a look at Fowler this season. He has under 3,000 passing yards. Not a ton of passing yards. Maybe he missed a few games, not sure. But 27-2 touchdown to INT ratio is very impressive. On the other side, you got Lewis, 3,800 yards. Yeah, you got to think of it. What's the attempts even? 282 to 350. Yeah, 70 more attempts. He must have missed a couple games, maybe you think. 43 touchdowns, 5 picks. No 1,000-yard rusher for this team. They did not run the ball well this year. Oh, maybe you guys just you know, didn't throw the ball a ton. But even so, your leading rusher had less carries than my leading rusher. QB takes off a lot. Then that would make sense. Alright, well, I don't see any reason why we can't get started here. The Gophers are on the road here. I like these unis. These look good to me. We're switching it up because fuck it. We're going to go Texas Tech playbook on offense just to see. First time ever on the book. Could be a humongous disaster. You never know. gutsy play call. Coach feeling the burn from losing last year's title game with this same quarterback. And it wants to switch something up for this year. This is a tale of two different programs here. You know, UCLA making their first championship game appearance in this dynasty, and this is Minnesota's 7th appearance in the title game. They have won 4, lost 2. Let's look at the tail of the tape here. Both of these teams scoring 40 points a game. Both teams moving the ball very well. Minnesota passing for 320 yards in a game. That's a top 5 pass offense, but only running for 176. That's 80th in the nation. UCLA is much more balanced with top 20 pass and rush offenses. Both of these teams have top 10 defenses. Minnesota under 20 points a game. Top 6 in total yards allowed per game. UCLA, this is an interesting matchup here because UCLA struggles against the run and Minnesota can't really run it. So the team's weaknesses kind of line up. And you got Jay Lott here. Why is he showed up as your Tyler? Can you explain why this guy is this guy rated higher than your actual starter? Because he's 15 for 29. Might need to get the word from the coach about that one. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because this is not my top 3 either, now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, I guess neither of us are showing our 99 overall players. Weird. And it's not showing injuries. Oh, wait, dude. I'm so confused. It's not showing any injuries either. Well, hi everybody. Reese Davis with you. Very interesting. No, because Tyler, it's showing the same thing for my. It didn't show any of my 99 overall players. Well, we're gonna hope that's just a technical glitch. Maybe that means nobody's injured on either team. But we are ready for kickoff here in sunny Pasadena, California. We just talked about these two offenses. Minnesota pass heavy, UCLA more balanced. This should be a bit of a home game for UCLA. Not that far of a trip up from their campus for fans. Minnesota taking a cross-country flight here. UCLA won 31-15 earlier in the season against Minnesota, and it wasn't even that close. It was a blowout. Minnesota scored a garbage time touchdown and a 2-point conversion with seconds left. But I personally do love the venue. The Rose Bowl is my favorite of the BCS Bowl sites. Just the pageantry, the scenery. Love an outdoor game personally. Alright, we're going back and forth. Oh, that's actually UCLA Stadium? Well, that's on me. That's called doing your research, people. I probably should know that. I always get them confused with the Coliseum where USC plays. Sorry, I gotta do this randomly. We're gonna go random, and I don't know what they picked. Let's see. And Minnesota has elected to defer both teams with that big game skill being activated. UCLA not taking this one out. They've decided to give Minnesota a red end zone for some reason. Not doing a great job of color matching there. That honestly looks hideous, that end zone. That is not maroon, that's yellow. Anyway, 1st and 10 UCLA, they're going pistol. They run that Louisville playbook. They're dropping back to pass on down number 1. He finds a man in the flat for 2 yards. That's Noah Jenkins. We will try and take a look at some of these scores here while I have a second. Don't want to get distracted because this is obviously the most important game of the season. Minnesota with 4 down linemen here. UCLA going with a heavy set. They're going to hand it off to the right and stuffed by the Gophers. Isaac Robinson loses a yard. We got Teddy Two Gloves at quarterback. So, yeah, thank you to some helpful commentators who pointed out that this is actually the second time that these two teams have played in this stadium. The Stats and Research Department, which consists solely of me, really needs to get their act together, because that is pretty much base level knowledge. All right, 3rd and 9, pistol formation again. Drops back to pass. He has time, finds a man. Oh, the throw is high and behind him, and that is incomplete, and we're going to have a 3 and out for UCLA. The Gophers give up 1 yard on the first drive, and that is it. Looking like they're going to play coverage on this punt, not rush the guy. Let's see what this kicker does. Georgia pounding Ohio State 44-7. Big win for the Dogs there. The punt is off. Takes a left turn, gets to the sideline, breaks a tackle, and they're almost to midfield. Will Hill. The computer-generated names in this game. They love a rhyming name. They love a Will Hill. They love names that rhyme and are also the same amount of syllables for some reason. I've seen a few of those. Diamond formation. This is the Texas Tech offense. This is their first time running this offense in this big game, and the first play looked very out of sorts. You might see a few of those with the team trying to run some new plays. That's the risk you run. UCLA spread out here, only one backer in the middle here. They're playing coverage. Minnesota drops back to pass. Has a man over the middle. First down, Gophers. That's a 15-yard game to Joseph White. First down of the game for either team, and they're going to hurry it up. They are inside the 40. Running back to the right here. They're throwing again. He gets it out to the running back in the flat, who sheds a tackle but still loses a yard. That's Tony Timmons. First catch of the game. UCLA setting up in a man zone here. Let's see if Minnesota keeps airing the ball out. Running back offset to the left. He'll flare out. Quarterback has some time. Oh, he had a man, but that was a lobbed pass that did not get there in time. Needed to put some more zip on that one. 3rd down and 11 for the Gophers here. In a tough spot, in a bit of no man's land here. I believe they do have a senior kicker who has a solid leg, but even for him, this is a bit of a long one. Lots of time to throw. Deep shot and intercepted. Cedric Lewis with a very risky pass to a player that was double covered in the left side of the end zone. Not really sure what he saw there. And that is a turnover. Both defenses get a stop. UCLA starting on their 20. Cedric Lewis has a few demons to exercise after his play last year. Really cost this team a win, but this year he has a whole season under his belt. He is not a surprise starter due to injury, but it was not a great start there for him. Minnesota played good run D on that first play, 2nd down and 9 for UCLA. UCLA has been mixing in runs and passes. Minnesota pass only on that first drive. He has time to throw, and he has number 39, Brandon Morrow, almost with a killer pick. Both QBs have been shaky to start. 3rd and 9 again for UCLA. Barely a minute, not even a minute gone here in this one. We've almost had 2 interceptions. Minnesota sends pressure. Perfectly timed screen pass, but they rally to the ball and hold them to 3 yards, and that's another 3 and out. Defense reigns supreme. The Minnesota defensive tackle shushing the partisan crowd here in Pasadena. I have to agree with you, Tyler. These offenses have not shown us much. 1 first down total, a turnover, and 2 punts for UCLA. Minnesota going to have good field position again. Oh, he breaks the tackle. Across midfield. Will Hill, another good return. Must be those armbands. Minnesota starting in plus field position again. Let's see if they do something more with the ball this time. Let's see if they test out the ground game, which has not been their forte this year. But if UCLA dares them to run it, you might have to oblige them here. And it's a play action pass. Number 85, Scott Bush, for 11 yards, 1st and 10, Minnesota. Cedric Lewis now 3 for 6 for 25 yards. They hurry up to the line. Oh, he audibles the receiver to the right. Changing. Oh, and he runs right into a sack. He took off early there. Did not need to run. He had no pressure on him. Maurice Parrish. First tackle and first sack for him. Got a bit of the happy feet there. Did not need to run on that play, I don't think. Seemed like he had time in the pocket. 2nd and 16 now. He has time to throw, but he takes off again. He's running, and he gets past the line of scrimmage. He gets the edge, and he slides smartly down. That was a nice gain. Lewis is not a very good runner usually. Doesn't have that top-end speed, but he gets 10 on that one. 3rd and 5. They might be on the edge of field goal range here unless they take a sack. He throws the ball. Oh, almost picked again. Lewis is throwing it up for grabs here. 3 for 7 now for Lewis, and he could have had 2 interceptions. They're on the 32-yard line here, and they're going to kick a long field goal. Let's see if the kicker can put this through the uprights.
Minnesota to take the lead with this field goal.
The kick is up. That looks wide right.
The kick is up.
It is good. Sorry, the shadow fooled me. The shadow fooled the commentator here. Minnesota gets on the board, you know, mostly thanks to some really good starting field position. They only got 1 first down on that drive, and it was enough to get them 3 points. Gophers up 3-0 here midway through the first quarter. That kick is returnable up the right side of the field. He cuts outside. He has some room to run. 30 to the 40, and he's out to the 47-yard line. Great return. Look at these defensive stats. We have a sack, we have an interception, and 3 combined pass breakups, which are interception opportunities as well. Both teams with very nice returns so far. UCLA with their best starting field position of the game. They motion the flanker in. Minnesota sends some pressure, and number 4 takes off. He's running. He's got the first down, and he almost shed the D lineman there. Josh Fowler for 15 yards. Nice run for Fowler there. They are inside the 40 already.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
Pistol formation. Oh, read option, and he cannot get anything there. He pulled it, but Minnesota, Eric Henry was there to string him out, pulled him to no gain. '17th ranked North Carolina 35, Auburn 21. They're dropping back to pass here. It's another screen pass. Oh, that was almost a big loss, but number 79 just got a piece of the defender. It only results in a 1-yard gain, though, and it's 3rd down and 9 on the 37. You're probably going to have to pick up a few yards here to feel comfortable about a field goal. UCLA 0 for 2 on 3rd down so far. They get out of the pistol here. They have the running back offset to the right. Minnesota sending the blitz, but it does not get there. They should have a man open, and they do. Eric Martin with a glorious neck roll, 27 yards on 3rd down. That was a big conversion for UCLA. They have the ball 1st and 10 on just about the 10-yard line. Not 1st and goal, though. Pitch to the right side. Number 54 tracks him down. Wasn't sure if he was going to get there. Minnesota's own neck roll makes a play. Ramon King with the tackle. 2nd and 10. Maybe lost a few inches. Dual running backs, and he hands it off up the middle. Breaks a tackle down to the 3-yard line. 7 yards for Robinson there. Nifty little play. He's got 4 rushes for only 7 yards. That was his longest of the day, though. UCLA just converted their first 3rd down, and they are going pistol again here. Minnesota in a, looks like maybe a 4-3. And he finds a man across the middle. Touchdown UCLA. Nice little button hook there. Eric Martin, 2 big catches on that drive. And an extra point here will put them up 7-3. The extra point is good, and UCLA leads 7-3 here. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Let's see how Minnesota's offense functions here without having as good of field position as they have had on the first couple drives. They've started at midfield twice and only came away with 3 points.
UCLA's got a great defensive game plan, and it's working right now.
Well, even from up here, Brad, you can see their defensive speed, and they're just playing with a kind of an aggressive attitude. They're going to have to maintain that to slow down this offense.
You never like to have to play
First and 10 on the 25 for the Gophers. They go 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. He has time to throw, finds a man, short gain though. Only 2 yards to Scott Bush.
The 27-yard line. That play was going nowhere.
Yeah, give a lot of credit to the defense here, recognizing pass and
Cedric Lewis 4 for 8 for 27 yards. And he throws that out to the flat, gets 3 more yards, 3rd and 5. Short passes only. We have not had a lot of long gains. 3rd down here. Sticking with that same formation. Oh, screen pass, and it looks like he will be tackled 1 yard short of the first down. A very common occurrence this season has been a 3rd down throw short of the sticks. Many of those on screen passes. Minnesota will punt this back to UCLA.
Carroll is the punter.
Caught at about the 25, maybe a little further out. Gets to about the 35. 1st and 10 UCLA. Their last drive was very impressive. Let's see if they can keep moving the ball here.
These guys came up with a touchdown on their last drive, and they'll be
starting at their own 35-yard line. Running back to the right.
The quarterback got into a nice rhythm.
No pressure. He has a man. At about the 7-yard gain up past the 40. Martin has 3 catches in these last few plays for UCLA. Josh Fowler, a very efficient 6 for 8 so far. Couple shaky throws to start from him, and they're going heavy again. Up the middle, no, to the right side, and tackled for a 1-yard gain. 3rd down and short. UCLA had to convert 2 3rd downs on that last drive. Let's see if they can get one here. 3rd and 2. They're under center. Will they run this? Looks like they will. No, play action. And he takes off, and he has the edge. Midfield. Oh, he takes a big shot. But he holds onto the ball. That's a 1st down for UCLA.
This guy's a threat every single time he touches the ball.
First down, 10 yards to go.
They are on the 45-yard line of Minnesota. 3 straight 3rd down conversions for them. They run off the right side for a nice gain, 9 yards.
Steps out the 37-yard line. They go with a run, and that'll be a gain of 9.
That might be the last play of the quarter here. Let's see if they get to the line and snap this in time. Does not look like they will. Looks like it will be 7-3 UCLA here at the end of 1 at the Rose Bowl. That was a mistake from Lewis on the first drive of the game. And here you had the big catch on 3rd down and the other one in the end zone for Martin. He has 2 big catches so far today. UCLA has been converting their 3rd downs, and that's been keeping the ball moving, much to the chagrin of Gopher fans. Pistol formation. Run up the middle. Oh, he shakes a tackle. Oh, and he's torn down. 8-yard gain for Robinson.
From the 28-yard line, it's 1st down. UCLA holds a 4-point
Under
lead.
center here, handoff to the left side, and he goes nowhere. Gets 2 yards, actually. Wasn't sure if he got back to the line, but he does get a couple.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8. They are approaching the red zone. Two wide receivers to the right. Yeah, Hokie, I tend to think you might be right on that, not going to lie. They already killed us once this year. Big broken tackle, but he takes a big hit afterwards for no gain. Fowler's taking a couple shots. James Williams already has 4 tackles today. But yeah, UCLA took it to the Gophers earlier in the season in this same stadium. And right now they seem to be the team with all the momentum. 3rd and 8 here. Let's see if they can convert again. And they hand it off. Oh, he breaks the... Oh, he doesn't break it. He just stumbled past the guy. No gain. 4th down and 8. Minnesota's defense forces a field goal. Interesting, very conservative play call there on 4th and 8 to just hand it off for no gain. And this kick is up, and it is good. 10-3 Bruins.
Yeah, he got some good leg behind it, and he kicked an accurate ball.
That might be a play call with the idea that Minnesota's offense has not provided much of a threat.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. And he got all
They're going to be able to return this kick. Will Hill's been good so far. He has nowhere to go on this return. Only 19 yards. Would have been better off letting that one be a touchback. Only 40 yards of offense for Minnesota in the first quarter.
Nice to watch a team.
They got to get something going.
With 1 quarter down, I really haven't seen too much separation between these
two running backs in the backfield. Still no run plays for Minnesota. They find the running back who manages to fall forward, gets 6 yards. Timmons with 3 catches already, but only 9 total yards on those catches. 2nd down and 4. And we have the first handoff of the game, and it is for no gain. Loss of a yard to Lewis, actually. 3rd down and 5.
Maybe next time he'll get it out to the back so he can do something with it.
He drops back to pass. Another screen pass, and another 3rd down conversion that does not happen. 3rd down screen passes just never seem to be a good idea, and teams continue to try them. Well, that's another 3 and out for the Gophers. UCLA looking to get the ball back here in very promising field position. Good blocking on this return. They have the ball at midfield to start this drive.
He showed a good burst there. There hasn't been too much daylight between these two teams. In games like this,
they're under center on 1st down.
Too much, and that can cause mistakes. UCLA,
but they drop back to pass, roll out, and he slings it across the field. Oh, he dropped it. Not a bad throw from Fowler there, but the wide receiver could not hang on. Looked like a bit of a bootleg.
From the 50, 2nd down.
Oh, big sack. Fowler goes down in the backfield for a 7-yard loss. Ralph Anderson shot the gap. Coming up from the safety position. Minnesota sent the house, and it got there. 3rd down and long. UCLA has a ways to go to get this 1st down. Let's see if Minnesota plays coverage or sends the house again, and they will be sending the house again, and it gets there again. It's 4th and 24 for UCLA. Let's see if that's a momentum-changing set of downs for the Gophers. And they're really loving bringing the house because they're even doing it on this punt. Maybe they think they can get a piece of this one. Not very close to blocking that. Will Hill takes it to 20. He's got a little room to run. He gets to about the 35.
Not a bad return.
Minnesota's running the Texas Tech playbook for this game. Can't say it's been working beautifully so far for them, but maybe the first quarter they just needed to get used to some new play calls. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Screen pass, dangerous. No gain. They love these screen passes.
So it's complete, but they didn't get much there.
And that's because the defense was just waiting on it, and they attacked. The quarterback should have found somebody else downfield.
And intercepted from Lewis. And he's going to go to the house with that one. Cedric Lewis having a nightmare first half. It's 17-3 UCLA. That's his second interception. He threw multiple picks in the last national championship game. And he is struggling again today. He just cannot move the ball against this UCLA defense. 17-3 UCLA. My aggression's on 40 right now. I've never changed that for these, but I think I might need to turn it up, I guess. Maybe that would stop them from throwing all these screen passes. I'm thinking, I just never thought to change it, but now that I'm seeing this offense, I think maybe turning it up might be helpful, I guess. Or just putting it at like 50, 55. They're just, we're not really throwing the ball downfield at all. Well, they're going 5 wide here. Well, I don't know. Deep throw, and he has a man 50. Will he break away? He's going to get caught from behind. Robert Powell for 51 yards. Well, maybe it's not aggression. I don't know. Maybe this is just two teams and one of them is better. But I can't say that I'm going to miss Cedric Lewis when he's gone. He has just not showed up once for me in a big game. Maybe my negative commentary will spice him up a little bit. Well, that's 65 yards in 2 plays. Minnesota did something very similar to this at the end of the first half of last year's national championship game.
They'll line up with 5 wide receivers.
The 5 wide formation is working. Let's see if they can convert this. They need 6, and they get it, and he falls forward. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, you know, the commentator starts complaining about the play calling, and what do? Just take a deep bomb for 50 yards and then score 2 plays later. Sometimes you just wonder. 79 yards in 22 seconds. Well, don't bury them yet, folks. They're still hanging around. It's only a 7-point game, and they get the ball at half. That was exactly what the doctor ordered. But let's see if that's a blip on the radar or a sign of a different play calling strategy from this offense. They thought he was taking that out for a second. 3:36 left here. Fowler was good in the first. He's only thrown the ball 1 time here in the second quarter. Got sacked twice on that last drive, so he didn't really have much of a chance to make a play.
Momentum swings have been
Let's see what they come out in here. Trips to the right.
Drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays.
Minnesota blitzes again. Now a deep shot for UCLA. Oh.
Just throws this one away.
He got hit as he threw that one, and he threw it out of bounds. The pressure probably affected the throw there. Second down and 10 for UCLA. Back to the pistol. That's worked so well for them so far. Minnesota's, the blitzer ran right by the quarterback. But UCLA could only get 2 yards out of it. 3rd and 8 for UCLA. Pittsburgh blanking Arkansas State 41-0. Two wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. A big 3rd down here for UCLA. They motion the tight end across the formation. Are they going to hand this off again? No, they won't. Minnesota read the screen pass, and Isaac Robinson loses 3 yards. Another screen pass on 3rd down, and not one of them has gotten a first. UCLA goes 3 and out.
Hill back deep to return.
This is a good punt. Will Hill gets 7.
You know what? It might not have been a lot, but they moved the ball forward. Football's not a game won 100 yards at a time.
Gophers. Let's see if that last drive. Oh, once a game this happens. All right. That last drive was amazingly efficient. They're not running 4 wide. Now they're going pistol. This is their first pistol of the game. And they're going to drop back to pass. And he takes off, and he scrapes by a couple linemen. Gets 7. Looked like he might get tripped up in the backfield, but he just squeezed through there. 2nd down and 3. That's his 2nd scramble of the game. And not quite the pistol here. Running, they're going to hand. This is their first handoff to the running back, I believe, unless I'm mistaken here. Late in the 2nd quarter, that's his first carry for Timmons. 3rd and inches at midfield. Let's see if they run it again to try and get those inches. And they do, and they get it. I believe that's a 1st down for the Gophers. It is 1st and 10 Minnesota. Timmons with back-to-back carries after not seeing one for the entire game so far. They're back to the air. And, ooh, almost sacked. Gets the throw off, and unlucky for Minnesota. They were 1 second away from that 2-minute time on the clock where the clock would have stopped, so instead they have to take a timeout. Coach lighting a fire under his players. And another handoff. Number 23, Tony Timmons. It's 3 yards there. Clock runs. Minnesota running the ball on this drive. You haven't seen it yet. This game from them. UCLA might try to counter that by sending some pressure here. See if Minnesota runs into it. Well, it doesn't look like they're going to run into it. Pressure comes. Deep throw. And he has a man. Touchdown, Minnesota. That was Joseph White from Cedric Lewis. Lewis heating up here in the 2nd quarter. 14 quick ones for the Gophs. That drive only took 111. It's 17 all. Extra point goes through. We have ourselves a ball game. The Gophers looked lifeless through a quarter and a half. And I agree with Tyler here. The offensive play calling got way more aggressive for the Gophers, and they started sending pressure on defense. They've gotten a few sacks, they've gotten stops, and 2 quick touchdown drives highlighted by deep throws from Lewis. He can make the throws. That's apparent. It's just that he can make the reads. Or it's just, can he make the reads? Make the decisions. UCLA drops back to pass. They find the running back over the middle. And he gets the 1st down. Good effort from Robinson. I think he might have got a little help from the line there. And UCLA does not spend a timeout. The clock continues to run. They've got 3 left. They're on the 35 here. And, oh, he pumps, and he finds a man across the middle. They got to take a timeout now, you'd think. Yes, they do. Noah Jenkins. When you see that early pump fake, you think maybe they're taking a deep shot on a double move. But Minnesota covered the back end well, and they had to settle for 5. 1:21 left. UCLA on the 40. They drop back again. No pressure, but he takes off, and he just gets tripped up. A shoestring tackle from the defensive lineman there. Saved what would have been a sure 1st down. UCLA saving their timeouts. We're going to take the clock down under a minute. And they're going heavy. This looks like a run. Maybe a pitch. And it's a handoff off the right side. And what a play. Number 55. They had a blocker assigned to him, but he just blew up the block. And the defenders are loving that. A heck of an individual effort there on the edge. And now Minnesota takes a timeout. They might go and try and get the lead before the end of this half. Let's see. A good punt, but it is returned. Breaks a tackle outside the 30 to the 35 with 44 ticks left. Yeah, Tyler, I've got to agree with you there. They seem to be in 2 minds with the running the ball and maybe not give Minnesota a chance, but then they didn't take their time getting up to the line. They did take a timeout. Diamond formation here in the backfield, 2 running backs. They both split out, and he finds him in the flat, and he gets 2 for Tony Timmons. Now is not the time for Cedric Lewis to throw another lazy pass to the flat and get picked off. Yeah, Pat, I got to agree with you. These teams seem to take on different personalities throughout the game. Minnesota was checking it down, throwing screen passes. Then they started taking deep shots like they have here, and it's picked off. A terrible throw. A lollipop. And that is a huge swing. Minnesota has 3 first-half turnovers. All interceptions. Cedric Lewis maybe feeling himself a little too much there. And UCLA back in business. That was a very questionable decision right there. UCLA drops back to pass. They have a man open. He gets down to about the 32-yard line. They have 30 seconds remaining. Minnesota could have just knelt on that ball and gotten into halftime tied. Cedric Lewis has had a very up and down first half. 3 picks, 2 long drives with touchdown passes. Oh, the quarterback takes off. He's got room to run. And he gets down to, I can't really tell where they are right now. Is it the 20? Yes, it is. They're on the 20-yard line, 23 seconds, and 1 timeout left. A nice run by Fowler. They are in field goal range here already, but they want more. Oh, a quick throw across the middle. 13 yards to Jenkins. They're saving their timeouts because the clock will stop briefly here. And they might take a play action shot at the end zone. And it's a huge sack. And UCLA is not taking their timeout. They're going to try instead to hurry up, and they will get the snap off, I believe. Last play of the half here. And he's sacked again. Fowler goes down 2 plays in a row, and neither team scores before the half. Oh, he's shaking his head. He's got his helmet off. Ooh, a little sassy arm twist there from the lineman on Minnesota. Both teams with bungled opportunities before the end of the half. Minnesota throws a very bad interception. And UCLA takes back-to-back sacks, goes into the half with a timeout in their pocket. Nice play by number 36 there.
This game's been everything we anticipated it being.
Wow.
Team matching each other.
Maybe the nerves. Minnesota's D-line showed up in that second quarter. That was a pick 6 from Holland. And here was Minnesota answering with a long play. Look at the fight there from Young to get into the end zone. And then Joseph White. Not the Patriots running back. Joseph White scores. Look at these statistics here. Minnesota throwing the ball for a good amount of yardage. Only 19 on the ground. But I think we can all look at the bottom of this screen. The big plays of the half have been turnovers, and they have been forced by UCLA. Minnesota has got to be happy to be tied at 17 after how their quarterback played. Both teams left points on the field in that half for sure. We haven't had any questionable 4th down decisions yet. That's the one part of the bad coaching trifecta that you usually get during these games. We'll see. We'll see if they saved that for the second half. This is going to be returned from Will Hill. He's been good so far today and gets it right about to the 25. We had West Virginia 30, LSU 28, Oregon State taking down number 5 Miami. Seems like we've had a great Capital One Bowl season so far for you guys. Iowa beating UAB. USC housing Wyoming. Okay, play action pass on the first down, and the first play of the second half is a first down to David Young. He has 2 catches for 24 yards. They're sticking to that formation. They're hurrying to the line. Let's see if they keep it in the air. Same play, same result. Oh, not same result. Young couldn't hold on to that one. That was a nice throw by Lewis, but the defender made a play on the ball, and it broke up the pass. 2nd and 10 for the Gophs.
2nd down, 10 to go. Ball on their own 37.
Now they go trips to the right. He takes his time, throws it to the flat, 3 yards. David Young has been targeted on every play of this drive so far. 3rd and 7 from the 40. Let's see if Minnesota goes out quickly on this first drive, and they have quads left now. Let's see if UCLA can get pressure. They only rushed 3, and he has a man, and he cannot turn it upfield. That's David Young again. They were really targeting David Young on this drive, and it does not result in a first down here. They got the ball to close to midfield, but couldn't get it further.
And watch out, they're going to bring the heat right here.
UCLA sending pressure. No, they're not. They're going to back off here. They showed pressure. And maybe the pressure forced what looked like a very poor punt. Let's see where that went out of bounds.
He's having himself a pretty good game.
Yeah, he really has.
So the UCLA defense holds here on the first drive of the second half.
Almost every single play.
And Minnesota's defense takes the field again.
Towards him to be able to try to take him away and do anything to try to mix up my look.
5 TFLs and 3 sacks for Justin Potts. Yeah, that punt only went to the 35. Not a good punt. Kind of ruining any chance that Minnesota had for good field position change there. Let's see what UCLA does on play 1. And it's a handoff. Room to run. Stiff arm. Great stiff arm. Breaks 2 tackles. Gets 5. Tough running from Robinson. Stiff armed one man. Shedded another tackler. Pat somehow complaining, ending up number 2 again, as if he didn't just win the championship last season. Pistol again. This time they're going to throw it. Deep pass. That looked like a miscommunication. Maybe he thought the receiver was running a go. The receiver ran a curl route. They were not on the same page there. There was something weird going on with the blocking as well, it looks like. Maybe it was a screen pass that didn't work. I'm not sure, because that was a jailbreak blitz. Everybody got let through. 3rd and 5 for UCLA. And that's a screen pass. And he threw it away, I think. He did. Because it looked like that screen pass was very well set up. They had 3-4 blockers, nobody in front of him, and I think he threw it away. That's the only, I don't think he missed that pass by that much. Weird decision from Fowler there. There was pressure on him, but you just got to dink that over to the running back. Minnesota's got blockers here. Let's see how the blocking holds up. Up the middle for Will Hill. Gets 12. I think you might be right, Tyler. Fowler has made some interesting decisions here. All right, 17 all. Gophers starting on their own 29 and a 3rd yard line. Pistol formation for the Gophers. They've mixed in a few pistol forms. They're motioning out the running back. And they're going to throw to the running back. Oh, I saw number 24 sitting there, and I thought that could have been 6 the other way. Cedric Lewis makes a lot of those passes to the flat. And it gives some people some goosebumps, because those can be bad throws. A handoff for the Gophers. Gets 2 yards for Timmons, maybe closer to 3, because now it's 3rd and 6. Could be another quick 3 and out here for Minnesota if they don't convert this. This has been a game of 3rd downs. UCLA scored some points on a couple of big 3rd down conversions on their drives. And he just gets the throw off. What a throw by Lewis.
He's taken down
Across his body as he gets hit. He stepped up in the pocket to just give himself a second more time. Wow. That was a professional level throw there. He hasn't made a ton this game, but that was one of them. Let's see if this goes to the flat again. And he gets hit again, and he couldn't come down with it.
Boy, was he drilled as
Wow,
he
Cedric
football.
Lewis
Yeah, he's
is
gonna
not
feel that
afraid of the
first
big
ball.
lights. He has made some dangerous throws, and they've come back to bite him. Good catch there, but he couldn't get his feet down. The defender shepherded him out of bounds before he could get that 1 foot in. 2nd and 10. Minnesota has just decided that they're going to throw the ball downfield more often. And they're doing it again here.
Passes it.
Caught. Scott Bush for 22.
That was not the greatest decision to
He's
throw
got
into
7
that
for
tight
76.
coverage, but he knows his receiver
They have
has
been throwing the ball deep
unbelievably good hands.
way more often here in the 2nd and 3rd
Can be
quarters.
empowering for a quarterback.
They have trips left here. When he doesn't turn the ball over, he's making some nice throws. And this time he makes a safe one to number 23, Tony Timmons, for 5 yards.
That's a gain of 5 on the play. That brings him 2nd and 5.
Let's see here. 2nd and 5. They've got a sole receiver to the left. Trips to the right. He's got time. Finds the running back again. Hit again. 7 yards this time. First down, Gophers.
14-yard line.
He's got eight catches for an average of 2.8 yards per catch. A lot of checkdowns. Oh, they motion the receiver out. The running back, I should say. And that's a dangerous throw. Oh, another one to the flat that he gets away with. That's 6 to Robert Powell. But we had the perfect angle. You saw the defender's eyes light up on that, but he just couldn't drive on the ball. I have a feeling we're going to see another interception this game on a throw like that. You just can't get away with that too many times, but he does this time, and that's Robert Powell again. Touchdown, Gophers. Cedric Lewis only has 8 incompletions, but 3 of them have been interceptions. 10 plays, 68 yards. That's a long touchdown drive by Gopher standards. And that's a 7-point lead for Minnesota, who I am sure are enjoying the beautiful weather here in California. 33 passes, 8 rushes, just like they drew it up. Now it's time for UCLA to feel the pressure on them. Their first deficit of the game, besides that 3-0 lead early that Minnesota had. Jenkins gets 21. This team has sacked the quarterback 4 times and given up 126 total yards. But they have not forced a turnover yet, while UCLA has forced 3. Let's see if Fowler can lead his team down and get them right back to tied in this game. They're starting up under center, maybe going to run the ball here on down number 1, and they will. Oh, a nice block shed there. Oh, another one. Isaac Robinson pancaked a cornerback who attempted to tackle him. 2, in fact. He only got 3 yards, but he has had a lot of runs for short yardage, but he is making defenders pay for trying to tackle him. Maybe this defense will be worn down in the 4th from all these broken tackles. And that's a draw play, and it goes nowhere. He loses 2 of those yards he just picked up. 3rd and 8. Will Rivero with his first tackle for loss. 3rd and 8. This is a big down here. They're only 3 of 10 on 3rd, and now that they're down 7, you never want to give the team the ball back with the lead. Let's see what they got. Pistol formation. Minnesota in the 3-3-5. Screen pass. This one could work. It will not, though. Isaac Robinson gets a yard. And he's eaten. Or maybe he was reeling in some fishing line? Hard to say for sure. We'll ask him about that after the game. Minnesota lined up in punt block, but we've seen teams pull back out of this before. Sometimes I think they just do this to force the team into punt tight to keep those gunners in. No blocking here, but he breaks the tackle anyway, and he gets past the 40. That's 10 yards for Will Hill.
Well, this is a very competitive game.
Let's look at these offenses. Minnesota, much more success on offense. UCLA's scored 10 points on offense and 7 on a pick 6. They've had a pick 6 in each game against the Gophers this season. Hokie not liking the conservative play calling, and I think that a lot of UCLA fans are going to agree with you. Oh, 10 yards on that one for Tony Timmons. He put 2 defenders in the dirt. That's actually interesting because it's almost like UCLA caught the bug for Minnesota. Minnesota was calling these 3rd down conservative screens early in the game. Then they switched it up, and UCLA took the mantle. Now they're doing it. You got to think UCLA is going to get the message here soon. Another broken tackle. He only gets 5 there, but Tony Timmons doing his best Isaac Robinson impression. I guess throwing to the flat's going to work if your running back's just going to plow down the defenders every time. 2nd and 5 for the Gophs. They're across midfield now. Even a field goal here could be big for them. They're going 5 wide. Cedric Lewis finds a man who cannot get his feet sorted. David Young just had to fall backwards, and he has a first down. 3rd and 1. They are on the 35-yard line. This will be a 52-yard field goal here, right on the edge of field goal range. Let's see what they do. They're throwing it. And he gets it off. And what a tackle. Timmons gets a yard. But number 47 with a momentous one-on-one tackle. They're going to kick this one. After seeing what Timmons did to some of those other defenders, that was a very impressive open field one-on-one tackle. This is a deep kick. This kick is up. It's low, and it's good. 2 long field goals for the kicker, who looks like he got planted there. Maybe a flag could have been thrown. I don't know. But a very impressive tackle. Minnesota still gets 3, and they lead by 10. Well, I think one thing we know is that Minnesota is not going to get blown out in this game like they did in week 3. Yeah, that's a 49 and a 51-yarder for the kicker. Thank you, Tyler, for that. Now it's getting a little desperate for UCLA. A lot of time in this game, but you need to start moving the ball here. They have not shown much in the second half. They hand it off on first down, and Minnesota is there again. 2-yard loss for Robinson. 2nd and 12. 6 tackles here for James Williams. 14 carries for under 30 yards. You got to give them credit. They don't go away from the run. They still try and be consistent here, be balanced, but Minnesota is not giving them much to do here. Another draw play, a little more success, but not much more. 3rd and 9 to Robinson. Now, I'm going to do a rain dance and pray to the gods that UCLA throws this ball past the sticks. For Tyler's sake, for all of our sakes, please throw this ball past the first down marker. Please do it. It looks like they are going to throw another screen pass. I'm sorry, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. Let's be honest. Mostly gentlemen, if not all gentlemen, based on my channel watch statistics. UCLA needs to stop throwing this ball to the line of scrimmage at 3rd and 11. What are you doing? I want this to be a good game. I'm trying to urge you to not... Will Hill does a freaking somersault. Damn. Okay, Minnesota, 10-point lead and the ball. They're going 5 wide. See, they've got the message. They're going 5 wide. They found that. What a... The message was maybe a little too loud and clear, and that is the 2nd pick 6 of the game for Cedric Lewis. Oh, UCLA needed it, and they got it. He's got 4 interceptions, and 2 of them have gone to the house. Just like that, UCLA is right there. Oh, my. He was hit as he threw it, and guess where that was? It was to the flat. Oh, my. That was a humongous turn. 10-point lead in the ball, and now they're up 3. Not a lot of room to run for Hill there. Cedric Lewis, 4 interceptions, 2 pick 6s. Oh, no.
He's made a lot of mistakes.
Oh, no, indeed. Look at that.
He's got a track record. And I believe personally,
the coach is looking, what the goddamn holy fuck are you doing, Will? Man, Cedric Lewis, 3 touchdowns, 4 picks. He loves throwing to the flats, and he loves throwing to the flats late, and that is a lethal combination. UCLA's just sitting on it. They're sitting on it. They're going 5 wide again. Let's see how this goes. Minnesota bringing the life to this game. As UCLA plays conservative, Minnesota's going hog wild on offense. They just do whatever the heck they want. He gets 8 on that one. Yeah, probably, Tyler. Luckily, the FCC does not sanction this broadcast, so we don't have to abide by their rules. And I'm not monetized, so that doesn't matter either. Okay, maybe some nice quick throws there for Lewis to get his mojo back. That's a first down. 31 for 40. I just cannot imagine what's running through his mind right now. He's got time, and he's got his man for 4 yards, William Davis. $5,000. That seems a little bit steep, Hokey. I don't know if I can afford that. Okay, 2nd and 6 for the Gophers. We're winding down the 3rd quarter. They've really adopted this 5 wide, and he takes off here and gets no yardage there.
at the 41.
Well, maybe he's thinking instead of forcing a pass in, he'll take off and run. But he only has 12 yards on his 5 carries today.
They'll spread the field.
5. Well, I'm not on TV, Hokey. This is the interwebs. Doesn't count. Oh, dropped.
Throws and it's incomplete.
Lewis fired a dart in there, and it was dropped by the receiver, I think. I don't think the defender got his hands on it, although he was in the vicinity. Okay, UCLA gets a stop. Now they have the ball down 3. Let's see what this punter can do. He had a bad punt last time. This one looks better. It is returnable, though. Not much there for Chris Jackson.
They were lucky to prevent a big return there.
Yep, that could have been big.
20 seconds left until the 4th quarter of the national championship. That's fair. You can watch YouTube on your TV now. Like, I don't have much of an argument for that. Okay, UCLA under center here. They've been given new life by their defense, and they run off to the right side. And a 10-yard gain. Ooh, almost on first down. I think that play is going to take us to the 4th quarter. One of Isaac Robinson's better runs today. It's going to be 4th quarter time here. The last quarter of the season. Minnesota 27, UCLA 24. Here in Pasadena, what a game we've had so far. This has been an immensely exciting affair.
27-24, Golden Gophers.
You can't ask for much more than this out of a football game. We've had defensive touchdowns. We've had numerous big hits. We've had deep plays on offense. 2nd down and inches here. Let's see if they keep the ball on the ground.
Is going to determine this one. Tight ball game. Action set.
Pistol formation. Both teams have played big games so far this season, and that's a great throw across the middle for 16 to Robert Jones.
That one goes for good yardage and a first down.
Yeah, that's just a nice gain on 2nd down.
Josh Fowler only 97 yards passing, but
Ball on the 48.
I mean, it's really the tale of 2 quarterbacks here. Would you rather have 250 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and 4 picks, or would you rather have 97 yards but no turnovers? You know, it's 2 you want. Oh, it's a deep throw. He has a man. 10. Touchdown UCLA. 50 yards, 48 yards from Chris Jackson. A great throw by Fowler. That's his best throw of the game. And they beat Minnesota deep, and UCLA scores 14 quick points, and they have the lead again. The impetus back on the Gophers to answer. There's a deep throw for you. The Gophers now down 4. That's going to be returned. Gets to about the 20-yard line. Joseph White.
21-yard line. The Golden Gophers have just not been able to get that offense rolling at all today.
Minnesota with over 100 more total yards. The plays about even. First down's pretty close. But turnovers have been the story of this one.
Things aren't tied, but they might as well be. It's this drive that could
Trips to the left for the Gophers. And he gets 5 to David Young there as he falls out of bounds, but makes the catch. Minnesota hurries up.
Which is okay. It keeps the yards to go a little bit more manageable.
Trips to the right now. Deep throw. And he has a man. 40, 30, breaks the tackle. 20, 10. Touchdown Gophers. 75 yards for Joseph White. Cedric Lewis. He makes plays for both teams. He doesn't know when to stop chucking it deep, regardless of the consequences. Joseph White sets the school receiving yards record on that play, and the Gophers are back on top by 3 just like that. The kicker got lit up again. When can they get punished for this? They're blowing up the kicker on every kick. Where are the referees on the field? Somebody. For the love of God.
Nice kick, plenty of distance.
34-31, Minnesota. This start of the 4th quarter has been electric. We've only had 33 seconds of this. 37 to 43 seconds. Less than a minute of this quarter. 2 touchdowns. 2 long ones, too. And that's another, that looked like almost a tunnel screen there, maybe 6 yards for UCLA. And just like that, they start their march again. The defense has owned the first quarter, and these offenses have owned the fourth quarter so far. Only a minute in. 2 running backs in the backfield. He hands off. No, it's a read option. And he pitches a dangerous pitch. But it was a good pitch, and they're up to midfield. 18 yards for Dan Moore. Those pitches can be risky. Talk about the 2006 Rose Bowl. That had some infamous pitches on it, I believe. We had a Vince Young pitch. Was his knee down? We had a Reggie Bush pitch that ended up in a fumble. And now we have a UCLA pitch that worked out quite well. And he scrambles up the middle, and he gets blasted by 2 defenders. It's going to be 2nd and 7. I know, Hokie, you've got a hell of a job to do tonight. These odds are flying all over the place. I'd love to see the win probability chart for this game. It's going to look like the Richter scale during an earthquake. Oh, Minnesota sends the house. UCLA sends the ball into the stands. Hey, somebody's got to do it, Tyler. Somebody's got to do it. 3rd and 7 for UCLA here. They got the ball past midfield, but they're only 3 of 12 on 3rd down today. And they're going to go under center for this one. 2 receivers left. They are going to drop back and throw. He has a man. Is he open? And it's intercepted, Minnesota. Number 39. And he takes the ball back to the 43-yard line. And both teams have now committed a turnover today. Brandon Morrow with a big play. He seemed to have a beat on that one from the start. Minnesota takes over in good field position. Up 3, 6 minutes left. Play action pass. Oh, what? Cedric Lewis is out of his mind. He just olays a defender and chucks a ball up to double coverage. This man is here for our entertainment, regardless of how it impacts his team. An amazing sack avoidance, and then just chucks a bomb up on his back foot. Another throw, and this is a good one. 18 yards to David Young. I cannot believe what I'm seeing right now. 4 touchdowns, 4 picks. Jameis might be the right comparison. Let's see what he does here. UCLA sends some pressure, and it's a pick. He throws number 5, and he is taking it to the. Oh, he's still up, and he's to the 40. He has thrown his 5th pick of the day. Oh, he can't help himself. Cedric Lewis. Oh man, and just like that, UCLA has the ball again. And they're under center on 1st and 10. Maybe they try to slow things down with a run, and it's a good run. That's 8 yards for Robinson. Let's all take a deep breath here. Robinson now at the half-century mark. Potts with his 9th tackle. He's got 3 sacks today. It's 2nd down and 2. They're going under center again. They're already in field goal range here. They hand it off to the left. Oh, a nice little hesitation. Gets the 1st down. Inside the 30. Maybe they're going to take the air out of the ball a little bit on this. After so many turnovers, they want to just play it safe. And they're going shotgun. They're going pistol here. They're going to throw the ball. And he has a man across the middle. 4-yard gain to Chris Jackson. That was a safe pass.
Jackson picks up about 5 yards on that hookup.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
They are in field goal range already here. Approaching the red zone. Under 5 to play here. Trips left for UCLA. He drops back to throw. He has time. Oh, he has a man. A tight window.
Brought down right around the 8-yard line.
Yeah, I don't really know if that's necessary, Tyler. We don't accept donations on this channel. I don't even know how that would work. But I appreciate the suggestion. But no need to donate. 1st and goal. That was a tight window. He takes off and he's sacked. School record for sacks in the game. That must be Potts again, helping his draft stock immensely with this one. Second and goal from outside the 10. 4:20 blaze it, seconds left in this game. And that's a handoff. He has room to the left. He goes right up the gut, and he gets a nice gain. 9 yards for Robinson.
At the 4. A nice job on the offensive line, and they pick up a gain of 8.
Okay, 4 down territory here.
And this is the 8th
If they're
play of the
ballsy. They're only 3 of 13 on third down here. They're going heavy goal line formation on offense. Not quite goal line. They got 2 receivers, but they're going to throw it out of that. And they have a man touchdown, UCLA! Chris Jackson, 4-yard touchdown reception, and they take the lead again here in a back and forth fourth quarter. 8 plays, 58 yards, 2 minutes and 1 second off the clock. And now Minnesota needs to score again.
He makes the PAT. So with less than 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, our score, 38-34, UCLA.
Here we go.
Looks like they're ready for the kickoff.
The Mercurial Cedric Lewis will be taking the field again here. And he will be starting on the 22-yard line, about.
It's been a good one so far.
You're going to see some sort of magic, James. It might be some pick 6 dark magic, though. That's the thing. Here we go. 3:45 left. If they play their cards right, this could be the last play of the game. New formation for the Gophers. Pistol with the running back to the right. And they run read option on play number 1. Cedric Lewis gets 8. Wow. Surprising play call on first down, but he gets them 8 yards. And now they have split backs. And another read option play to Lewis. And he falls forward. Hold on to the ball, said. 10 yards for Lewis. 2 consecutive quarterback carries. With the hurry up, you're gonna have a tired QB there. Let's see if they keep running this. And now they'll throw it. He has time and throws that one away.
He gets rid of this
The
one.
rare smart play from Lewis. Yeah, you're right, Pat. The 5 picks is definitely classic Wango's offense, even though I know you're referring to the read option, but the interceptions are almost even more classic Wango's. Okay, here they go. 4 wide receivers running back to the left. Second down and 10. UCLA sends some pressure. Deep throw. Did he get the first? He did. 10 yards to Joseph White. He's got 142 yards and 2 touchdowns, including a 75-yard bomb to start the fourth. They hurry up to the line. 4 receivers again. Let's see if UCLA blitzes again. They do. They send pressure. He's got time. He's got his man. Another first down. Ooh, looked like a defender trying to paw the ball out of bounds there. Robert Powell holds on. UCLA is going to keep blitzing. They might get there on one of these soon. QB's got to be aware and get that ball out quick. Trips right for Minnesota. The blitz comes again. He has the running back for 6 yards. We are under 3 minutes. Tony Timmons has 12 catches for 44 yards. UCLA has sending pressure every play at this point. Minnesota's blocked it well so far. Will they again? And that was the rare throw to the flats that actually allowed the receiver to get the ball upfield. You see so many times where the receiver catches that and he has a toe drag animation or he just steps out. That was a nice throw to not put too much on it so he could actually get turned around. Minnesota's still in a hurry for some reason. Lewis over the middle. Inside the 10, and he's still up. And now he's down. Joseph White, 16 yards. Would the most Cedric Lewis thing of all time to be a throw an end zone interception in this possession? Stay tuned to find out. First and goal on the 5. UCLA blitzes again. And he's short. The clock continues to run. He gets 5 yards on that one, though. And now Minnesota on the 1-yard line. And they're huddling up. And they're taking their time here. 4 wide. They're going 5 wide on the 1. Oh, no. Let's see what happens. He has time. Oh, incomplete. Third down and goal for the Gophers. They are on the 1-yard line. There is 2 minutes remaining. But so they're only 3 of 10 on third down, and they're going heavy here. They're taking the ball out of Cedric Lewis's hands. Handoff, and he's stuffed. He does not get it. Travis Thibodeau gets 1 yard, but that's it. What do they do here? They got to go for it. 4th and goal on the 1-inch line. They're going heavy again. A pitch. He has room. Touchdown, Minnesota. Will Hill in the backfield. The return specialist with the touchdown. And when it mattered most, they took the ball out of their quarterback's hands and handed it off twice. The extra point is good. And now, UCLA back in the fire. Down 3. A minute, 39 seconds remaining. This has been an all-time classic. I cannot say that enough. That's a deep kick. UCLA only needs a field goal. But after the second down play was 5 wide, Minnesota wised up and went run heavy twice in a row. UCLA held firm on third down, but the pitch outside after UCLA plugged the middle worked out. Woo! I'm tired. 1st and 10, UCLA. Pistol formation. Oh, they send a man across. QB motions. Oh, he spins out. Sacked! Josh Fowler sacked for a loss of 3. Matthew Seward, his first sack of the game. And the first down play goes the Gophers' way. Pistol again here. And that will play. Ooh! He gets 3 yards back, but they are only at the original line of scrimmage. I agree, Pat. This has been the greatest stream game. I mean, honestly, the last Natty was fucking amazing, too. But this has been a different level of ridiculous, I think. They're only 4 of 14 on third down. A minute remaining. Minnesota sends pressure. And it's another ill-fated screen pass. Oh, no. 5-yard loss. And they're going for it on 4th and 15. They're going to need this fire to be a well-lit fire. 4th and 15, game on the line. Minnesota plays coverage. The QB has time. Deep throw. Oh, and it's picked off. It's picked off for a second pick of the game by number 39. Josh Fowler was not 0 of 0 on that drive for 0 yards. That could not be more incorrect. He was like 1 of 2 for 3 yards and a pick. Oh, my God. Minnesota dodges a bullet because the receiver was behind the defense. And they're handing it off. UCLA with 49 seconds left. If you're UCLA, you really got to get to the line on that 4th down and save that timeout if you can. I know you want to take the time to drop a play, but they did not. 2nd and 6, 1 timeout left for the Bruins. And they hand it off again, and he's stopped in the backfield. 3rd down and 8. The Gophers could get dumb here and throw a pass. I wouldn't put anything past them. Cedric Lewis could throw a pick 6. You never know. Let's see, though. 3 of 11 now for the Gophers on 3rd down, and they are going a true diamond formation here. They're going to hand it off one more time. And so they will have to snap the ball one more time before this game is over. I assume UCLA is going to send the house at this punt. No, they're going to play coverage. Well, let's see if Minnesota just boots this out of bounds, or if UCLA has a chance to return this. The odds have shot up in Minnesota's favor recently. They're going to snap this with 3 seconds left. It will be the last play of the game, unless there's a penalty. And they don't return it, and that punt sails out of the back of the end zone. And Pete Carroll's son, Justin Carroll, wins the game for the Gophers with that boot. Final score, Minnesota 41. UCLA 38. the play of the game, surprisingly, I feel like it should have been an interception. Honestly, it should have been one of the pick sixes for... Oh, 14-point comeback. Both teams in this game held 14-point leads. Minnesota was down 17-3. Or sorry, they were only up 10. They were down 17-3 and then up 27-17. And then losing again 31-28. And then they come back and win. The amount of lead changes and big plays. Fowler, he threw 2 picks in the fourth quarter and it cost his team. Joseph White, player of the game, 5 catches, 158 yards, 2 touchdowns. And that is crystal ball number 5 for Minnesota's head coach. The Gophers are back on top. Their second title in 3 seasons. They've been to the championship game 3 straight years. This was an all-time instant classic. I can't explain how happy I was to be able to call this one. Both teams left everything on the field here. This was epic. Look at these. Look at these plays. Just look at these highlights. The death of the Minnesota Dynasty may have been a little premature. Here's Fowler, his best throw of the game. A 48-yard touchdown pass that gave UCLA the lead. You got to think, in that hot California weather, were the 2 gloves a problem? Should you have taken that first glove off on your throwing hand? Getting a little sweaty. A big broken tackle there. I mean, this game has a 10-minute worthy highlight package. Look at it. I appreciate number 23 trying to toe drag on that. Wow. Well, guys, I thank you to everybody who watched this one. This was a rematch, Pat. He beat me 31-15 earlier in the season. It's hard to beat the same team twice in a year, and UCLA couldn't do it. I mean, that is the type of game, though, that you want for a national championship. It's really, really the case. That was a national championship-worthy game. UCLA only managed 262 yards of total offense. Minnesota with 496. UCLA ran the ball for twice as many attempts for only 39 more yards. Minnesota with the passing advantage. Both teams bad on third down. UCLA failed to convert at the end of the first half. Think about that. In the excitement of this game, I forgot about that. UCLA left 3 points on the board at the end of the first half by letting the clock run out. 7 combined interceptions. Minnesota had 100 punt return yards. Wow. So much to take in. Let's check out some player stats quickly. Cedric Lewis, 41 in his last game of his career, 41 of 55. Look at all the 4s and 5s here. I will, Tyler. 41 of 55 for 445, 4 touchdowns and 5 picks. Only sacked once. Not much for Timmons, 7 for 19. He had 13 catches, but really, it was Joseph White, 5 for 158 and 2. Powell and Young also scored touchdowns. Justin Potts, 10 tackles, 7 for loss, 4 sacks. And then Morrow with 2 interceptions. Good game from Trent Jones as well, from Bell Gardens, California, playing close to home. Along of 51, hit another from 49. Not the best game for Carroll. He's only a sophomore. 8 for 338 from Rick Houston. He made his one kick. 10 tackles from award-winning Justin King. Multiple award winner Justin King. All-American. Holland, Campbell, Hicks, Romero, Robbins, all with picks. Noah Jenkins with 7 for 53, their leading receiver. 7 for 4 from Isaac Robinson, who had, I mean, he broke way more than 2 tackles this game. That's for damn sure. And then Fowler went 22 of 31, 7.8 yards per attempt, but the 2 interceptions were backbreaking. He played so clean through the first 3 quarters. Well, guys, that is gonna do it. We'll take one last look at the stats here as we load out of this one. Look at this game. It was only 7-3 at the end of one, but then 28 total points in the fourth quarter. All right. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.